Yeah, I thought it was a gritty effort there, a grind out win. I thought one of the things that stood out to me was the rebounding. And what I mean by that, I thought there was timely rebounds on both ends of the floor. On the defensive end, we got them when we needed them. And then on the offensive end, we gave ourselves, 2 or 3 chances there, 2 or 3 cracks at it. So I just liked the way that we were hunting down the basketball there in the second half. And it was a good team win. They're sharing it, playing hard for each other. It's important.
Week.
Yeah, Nate, Miles had 7 more blocks tonight. Seems like he's doing this pretty much every night. How valuable is that consistency on the defensive end from him protecting the paint?
Extremely valuable. And I like the ones that he had. He had like some rundown blocks, in pursuit blocks where, you think we might be giving up something at the rim, and he really did. He flew out of nowhere there a few times and got his hand on it. So, his presence alone, down there and just his activity and getting those 7 blocks, as you mentioned, those are big.
Jay, Michael, you got anything?
Yes. You guys held them. That's a pretty good, prolific three-point shooting team. I know your bigs were able to cover the three-point line at the top, and your small guys were able to kind of deal with them when they tried to go into the mid-post. How can you speak to just it looked like you guys had more of a synchronicity of when to help, when not to help, when to play into those gaps, but also keeping your length out front, obviously, because you got to stay with those three-point shooters and not let them get hot.
Yeah. We thought we did a good job for most of the game of staying home. And what I mean by that is, on Porzingis' post-ups, if we did get switched onto a smaller body there, we just tried to really fight him off his spots and stay home with vision on their three-point shooters, because they will post you to try to kick out for 3. And you mentioned it as well. I thought in our switches out front, Domas, Miles, our bigs were able to, square up that basketball with a high hand, and disrupt, maybe the vision or a free look that they might have from the arc. So all those things were important there in covering that 3-point line. And then, with, like we just mentioned, with Miles at the rim. So those 2 things, they came together.
Pat?
You've now won 4 of your last 5. A little bit bigger picture. What areas are you seeing the most growth in, and what's the key to extending a stretch like this and making it really impactful?
Yeah, I think the guys, they play so hard for each other all the time, but you see it growing more and more, the way that they're sharing the basketball. I mean, it was 26 assists again tonight. They're all making the right play on that. That they know that there could be 7, 8, 9 guys on this team are all capable of double-digit points. And I like looking down on that box score and seeing 7 or 8 guys in that area. So it's just the players, they're sharing it. They're playing hard for each other. And it's fun. It's fun to be a part of.
Anything else from anyone?
Hey, can I ask one quick thing?
Yes.
Malcolm was pretty efficient in that he was able to get, you see him get 22 points, but he only needed to go for 29 minutes. Was him being able to rest and then being able to come in the fourth and he hit those big threes kind of help you close the door, and that's more of an ideal thing to get him more fresh coming down that stretch? Was that part of it, or do you think it was something else?
No, that's a little part of it. I like that. Part of that is the bench play, that we're getting. TJ McConnell and Ed Sumner and Jeremy Lamb and Doug McDermott had big minutes there in that first half. So, we're able to, those guys, when they're playing well and that second unit is flowing, I don't want to disrupt that. So it buys a little time for the starting group on this team. But again, I thought there was some nice, different combinations of guys out there on the floor tonight that kept the runs going for us. And when they did get it down to 4 or 5 points, we were able to push